When it comes to women, what makes one man more attractive than the other men around him? Hey, Harris O'Malley from DrNerdLove.com. This week, I want to talk a little bit about what women find attractive in men, a topic that honestly a lot of men get wrong. One of the long-running questions when it comes to dating has been, why do women choose to date or sleep with one man over others? And more importantly, how can we be that guy? Now, it's really easy to fall back on the old cliches like be attractive or just be alpha bro, which makes for a great bumper sticker and a pithy tweet, but less so for an active dating strategy. This is all in no small part because when it comes to attraction, men are often looking in the wrong place and for the wrong things. Case in point, the argument that looks trump everything else. Now, this is something I've gone into in my episode about dating out of your league, but the truth of the matter is, looks don't win in the end, especially not in the long term. This doesn't mean that someone who looks like Chris Hemsworth or Anthony Mackie isn't going to get a lot of attention. But attention isn't attraction, nor is it exclusive. Just because a woman is attracted to a guy who looks like a big muscular slab of beef doesn't mean that she's not also capable of being attracted to someone who isn't as tall or isn't as jacked. And this isn't a case of, well, Chris Pine is married, so I guess I might as well settle. Women love and desire men who aren't movie star attractive. Serge Gainsbourg had the Innsmouth look, and yet he got more strange ass than a guy with a stolen platinum card at a mutant donkey auction. And admittedly, it doesn't matter how movie star hot some guy may be, there are plenty of amazing women out there who wouldn't fuck him with a borrowed vagina and Drake doing the pushing. Now, don't get me wrong, classical good looks do help. No one says they don't. But they're not the only thing, and they're not even the most important thing when it comes to attraction. Another thing that a lot of people have zeroed in on is the concept of social status. Have high status and you will have your pick of women. This is why you'll see a lot of men, especially those involved with communities like the Red Pill, talking about being alpha. The problem is that nobody can actually agree on what alpha means. If you ask 5 guys, you're going to get 6 answers. 2 of them will be about aggression, and 1 of them is going to involve calling somebody a soy boy and a cuck. But at the end of the day, aggressive dominant behavior doesn't do it either. In fact, it can often work against you. Not only does it socially isolate men, but pro-social behaviors like emotional openness, kindness, and generosity rank far higher as desirable traits in a partner, even a short-term sexual one. And yeah, I know there's a lot of talk about why women prefer bad boys versus nice guys, and if y'all are interested, I will totally do an episode about the bad boy, nice guy divide and what you can learn from it. If you're interested, hit up the comments below. But what women really find attractive in men isn't looks, it's not status, and it's not money. It's value. Women who are interested in men want a man with high value. The problem is that we tend to get that wrong too. We tend to misunderstand how value works when it comes to attraction, and especially what women find valuable in a partner. Take, for example, the pickup artist scene. One of the cornerstones of modern-day pickup has been the idea of social value. The theory goes that women have inherently high social value because they, theoretically, control access to sex. Therefore, they can decide who gets to have sex and who doesn't, and thus they are able to choose only the highest value men. Pickup artists have long tried to figure out how to demonstrate or fake that you had not just higher social value than the men around you, but higher social value than the women you were interacting with. And this was demonstrated in many different ways. One of them was the concept of peacocking, or dressing outlandishly because, theoretically, it showed that you had high confidence. Or it might be telling stories or using routines that have embedded demonstrations of higher value, like casually dropping that you used to date a model. Sure you did. Or for that matter, the concept of negging. Contrary to a lot of popular belief, negging is not about trying to lower someone's self-esteem so they crave your approval. It is supposed to be about demonstrating that you have high social value. The theory being that no low-value man would dare sass a woman back or refuse to participate in her shit tests for fear of blowing up the interaction. Therefore, someone who was willing to risk pissing her off and ruining things through a left-handed compliment or a passive-aggressive insult had to be a confident, high-value man, because who else would dare be a dick to an attractive woman? This, admittedly, does not work in the real world. It barely worked in the Hollywood and Miami club scene where these theories were developed. Women, especially intelligent, mature women, don't shit-test men to see if they're manly enough or to see how badly they want it. When a woman has got her bitch shields up, she's not shit-testing you, she's not interested. That is not how value works. It's not points on a spreadsheet. You don't get 10 points for having a particular job, another 10 points for having certain material possessions, 15 points for having the right car, another 15 points for your looks. Value is about what you bring to the table, what women find worthwhile and desirable about you. And that's going to vary depending on the people involved. Things like value and status aren't universal or static. Popularity or place in the social hierarchy in one area or with one group doesn't translate to all other groups. Someone who has tons of followers on Instagram doesn't have that much social cachet outside of those followers. When any club is saying, hey, this influencer is going to be here this night, they're talking to a very small subset of the population. You could be a huge name on YouTube, and there will still be a massive swath of the population who doesn't know who you are, or care, for that matter. Yes, there are women out there who will prioritize looks in a man above everything else. That's what they value. Those women are not the majority, and to be perfectly honest, they're not really worth dating either. They usually don't have much going on for them besides their looks. But there are a lot of women out there, I know, I've met them, who prefer to hang out with writers rather than rock stars, who prefer to party with scientists and artists instead of sports heroes and movie gods. They prefer to hang out with these lower status men who don't have the same social cachet because they have fun with those men in ways that they don't have fun with these supposedly higher status individuals. While those men may not command as many comments or likes on Twitter or Instagram, they bring what women want to the table. And that's the key to being a high-value man. It's in how you make others feel. The more that you can maximize people feeling good around you and minimize their feeling uncomfortable or stressed around you, the more value you'll have to them. Can you make someone laugh? Can you make them smile? Can you make their day better? That's value. That is the sort of thing that draws people to us. It speaks to who you are as a person. It tells others about your social and emotional intelligence and lets them know that you have more going for you than what's on the exterior. This is one of the many reasons why confidence is attractive and desirable and neediness is the opposite. It's what you're telling people about you. When you're confident, you're telling people that you have your shit together, that they can rely on you, they can depend on you, and more importantly, they can relax around you. On the other hand, someone who's needy and insecure is going to always be making demands on somebody. When you're demonstrating neediness, you're telling someone that you are going to be constantly asking them for validation and reassurance. And that's an incredibly uncomfortable feeling. Someone who's needy is all take and no give. If you've been around a really needy person, then you know what I'm talking about because you felt that being drained afterwards. You have expended a lot of your energy trying to maintain and manage somebody else's emotional state. Making other people feel good and feel validated is a big part of what makes them like you. And the amazing thing is, this can take many forms. Giving someone a simple and sincere compliment is a great way to give someone value while building your own. Think of how good it feels when someone tells you that they think your haircut is cool, or they like your shirt, or that you've got awesome tattoos, or that they really dig how you play guitar. It's an amazing feeling, and you could be the guy that makes someone else feel that way. And let's be real, we all need more of that in our lives, especially men. When's the last time you told someone in your life what you really dug or appreciated about them? In fact, here's what I want you to do. I want you to pause this video right now and then go write down something that you appreciate about 3 people in your life. And then let them know. But here's the thing. It has to be sincere, and it has to be without an agenda. One of the reasons why nice guys, for example, are low value is because they don't provide value to others. They're handing out IOUs. Those good feelings and support that they're giving come with strings, and they expect to be rewarded for it later on. And this is a deeply uncomfortable feeling. That agenda is part of what lowers your value. It leaves people feeling used, even cheated, because now they have to go through everything that you've done and ask themselves, were you being sincere or were you pumping kindness coins into the vending machine and expecting to get sex out of it? Living a life of integrity and honesty is attractive and high value, but that honesty can't just be brutal honesty or saying mean things under the guise of, I'm just being honest. It's about being genuine and vulnerable and giving. Many women have told me that the first time they realized how deeply attracted they were to someone was when they let down their shield and abandoned their scripts and were just genuine with them. And that sense of someone being real and genuine and vulnerable with you is incredibly powerful. So for that matter is feeling safe. Not just that you're the protector of men or that they're physically safe, though that is important, but also that they're emotionally safe. That they can talk with you without being talked down to or judged or criticized. They can relax and exhale for the first time in a long time. Other powerful, high-value feelings? Feeling understood, listened to, seen. This doesn't mean that you can just compliment your way to somebody's pants. That's an agenda, and it misses the point. Understanding what makes someone high value shows you the way towards connecting with others. Building your value is a very easy way to become more magnetic and more desirable. And the great thing is, this value can be built no matter who you are, no matter what you look like. If you want more dating success, then the best thing you can do is to build your value by giving value to others. Hey, thanks for checking out my latest video. So I've shared a little about what women have told me about what made them realize they were deeply attracted to someone. So now I want to hear from you. Whether you're a man, whether you're a woman, I want to hear from you about the little things that somebody did that made you realize that you were incredibly attracted to them. Share it in the comments below. I'd love to read it. And if you have a short dating question or a topic you'd like to hear more about on here, share that in the comments as well, or hit me up at doc@drnerdlove.com with "for YouTube" in the subject header. And while we're at it, this would be a great time to check out some of my books. For example, New Game Plus, The Geek's Guide to Love, Sex, and Dating. Links to buy it are in the show notes below, and if you do check it out, do me a huge favor. Leave a review on Amazon or Goodreads. It's a huge help. If you've enjoyed the video, then you know what to do. Thumbs up, let me know, share it with all your friends. If you really enjoyed the video, if you're getting a lot out of this, you're finding that the channel has really been helping you, then consider supporting it by becoming a patron at patreon.com/drnerdlove. Even $1 is a huge help, and I can't do this without the support from my patrons. So whether you have just joined or whether you've been a patron from the beginning, thank you so much. You are a vital part of this. In the meantime, find me on Twitter at @DrNerdLove. Join the Facebook page at facebook.com/DrNerdLove. And as always, hit that logo to subscribe, check out my other videos, and I will be back with you next time with more about love, sex, and dating. Later.